Hello, hello, hello. If you just hopped on, we just we quickly uh everybody took a poll on whether or not we're overthinkers. So if you are an e-commerce seller and you want to add more sales channels to your business and you're an overthinker, you're on the right recording. You're in the right place here. My name is Barbara Drazga. Some of you might know me from my marketing mastery and my YouTube channel, and the other various things that I do, liquidation profits, etc. But tonight we're going to talk about how we can, as we're steaming into fourth quarter, it's August now, but August is coming to an end pretty soon, how we can really ramp up our e-commerce sales by thinking completely outside of any platform. And we're going to build marketing system that'll run in the background semi-automatically, giving us leads of people who we know are in a passionate niche market. We've identified that market. And I'm going to show you a case study of something I've been working on for about 6 weeks now that has just blown up. I'm beyond my wildest expectations, so that I can give you a real life example of what I do to build out my e-commerce business by using digital strategies. I'm going to connect those dots for you tonight. So I've got a nice little presentation for you. I'm just going to jump in there and hold on till the end so that we can do a Q&A. I can answer your questions and hopefully connect more dots for you that you can apply to your own business right away. All right, let me come over here and share the screen. And toot. Let me find that. Guess I should have set that up ahead of time, huh? Sign in, talk amongst yourselves. Hold, please. There we go. There you go. All righty. I'm ready now. This is live and in Memorex, kids. Here we go. Marketing mastery for e-commerce business owners. It's pretty straightforward. How to master marketing for e-commerce business owners. And for those of you who are thinking right off the bat, oh, does she mean pay-per-click? It would be a big fat nope. Not at all. We're not going to talk about pay-per-click in this. And hopefully my goal for you, my vision for you at the end of this presentation is I will have opened your eyes to a whole lot of things you didn't know you could be doing to build your e-commerce business. If you are strictly still seeing yourself as an Amazon seller, if I could do air quotes and you could see me, I want you to stop that, quit that right now. If I could wave a little magic wand over your head and have you redefine what you are an e-commerce seller and you use Amazon as a platform. But that's not the only place that you can sell stuff. And I want you to start wrapping your brains around that. And when I made that shift, I was where you are, wherever you are in your e-commerce journey, I was there as well. And once I made that mind shift, everything sort of shook loose, and I was able to build my business faster and bigger than I probably could have just as an Amazon only seller. So here we go. Why? Why do we want to create digital assets, and why do we want to have marketing systems in place in our e-commerce business? It seems like it's kind of a, well, duh, but tell me why you think we need to have other assets in our business besides just product we source and send to Amazon. Why is it useful to have a social media following of a niche market? Why is it useful to have an email list? Why is it dangerous to only rely on one platform for your sales? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Have you had any recent scares with Amazon, or recent scares with maybe a supplier no longer being able to source your product, or a factory stealing your money, or, well, anything? Put it in the chat. Have you had a recent scare? Yes. Put it in the chat if yes. In your e-commerce business, especially if you have one stream of income, there should be a lot of yeses in there. I know there's some lag time, so I'm going to let you think about that, chew on that a little bit while I go on. Here's a saying that I didn't say this saying. I don't know who did, but it's apropos. Don't build your house on someone else's land. So if Amazon decides that you're not going to sell on their platform anymore, and this has happened to a couple of coaching students of mine and a lot of people I know, big players in the Amazon industry, where she got shut down for she was doing OA and a big seller, and she had about $100,000 at Amazon in cash, and then product in Amazon, and then a pallet of product headed to Amazon worth about $30,000. and they shut down her account and they held her money. And then that pallet she had just sent in worth 30 grand sat on their dock. And this is one of many stories that we all have seen in the Facebook groups if you're an Amazon seller, but this can happen no matter what platform you sell on. If you rely on one platform for your income, it is a very dangerous way to build a business, right? Because they own the platform, they own the land. So I came up with something called Digital Growth System, DGS. Not particularly creative name, but it definitely defines what it is that I do. I create traffic in a niche market. I capture the traffic, and then I convert the traffic to sales. Now you see, there's not a number 4 or 5 that says send them all to Amazon, right? I'm not relying on any one platform, and this digital growth system can be applied no matter where I am selling products or even what I'm selling. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. So here is my cute little graphic I put together for you. Traffic in the upper left-hand corner. It's people who are interested in the market that we're going after. And then lead magnets on the right-hand side, where we make them different offers with the desired result to get their email address and their phone number if we want to text them. And then we build an email list where we immediately have automation in the background, things called sequences, welcome sequence, nurture sequence, and then we can do offers, affiliate offers, engagement content. Once we have their email addresses, we control what happens, as opposed to you just putting something up on a platform, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, hoping that you get in front of the eyeballs that you want to get in front of, and then hoping they buy. And if they go away, you are left with no asset. You do not have a way to capture those emails on Amazon, for example. When you create this digital growth system up front for niche markets, and I'm going to give you examples of specific niche markets that I've built out and some of my coaching clients have built out. When you have the emails, then you can send them anywhere. If Amazon shuts you down, you send them to Shopify, right? If you don't have a new product in, but you want to make an offer to them, you can find somebody else selling something that your market wants and get a commission for selling it. That's called an affiliate offer. So when you create a digital growth system, you open up possibilities for income streams that are outside of just that one platform that you've been relying on. And then, of course, we want to convert them to customers. And you know this little pink thing with the arrow, conversion. It's that when we have that lever where we can tweak and change anything on this system. We can change where we get the traffic from, how we target to get the right traffic, the lead magnets, which are basically the offers to get the email address and the phone number if we want to do texting. And we can tweak any of these pieces in order to improve our conversions. Now, if you're sitting there already a little bit overwhelmed, take a deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. If this is new to you, just much like anything else that you learn that's new to you, when you first selling on Amazon, raise your hand if you were confused, right? So anytime we learn something new, I want you to power through. Just know that this will all make sense, and take a screenshot of this graphic. This will help you. Should help you. Take a screenshot of the graphic so you have a visual representation of the digital growth systems that I build out in my businesses and my clients' businesses. So traffic, what does that look like? Where do we find people? Social media is the main source for my traffic. My secondary source is affiliates. Paid ads, usually for me, it's Facebook, but you can do Instagram and TikTok ads and pay-per-click on Amazon and paid ads on Google. There are so many different ways that you can do paid ads. Podcasting, you can create a podcast or get on a podcast in your niche market. Physical events, you can go and set up at trade shows. You can set up at farmers markets, right? There are physical events you can go to. So there's all sorts of ways to drive traffic. The key is to understand who you're targeting. You have to understand who you want to get to. Who do you want to sell to, right? And then we send that traffic to what we call lead magnets. They're called a few different things, but I call them lead magnets. And you can make as many offers as you want. One could be, download a free report. Another could be a low ticket offer like download a free book for $7. Another one could be grab your recipe cards. It depends on your target market. Now the lead magnets they're gonna change depending on your target market. And the cool thing is there are tools out there where you can create as many lead magnets as you want and test them and drive different traffic to them. And then remember that word conversion. And then we can see the statistics in the back end of our systems to see what converts. And then after a little bit, after testing a few things, we find the offer that converts the best and the highest quality traffic. And then we double down on that particular traffic source and that lead magnet. And that brings us to the email list. When they opt in, we get their usually first name, email, and then I ask them for their phone number to text them. I just started with texting. I'm a big email marketer. Texting is new to me. Just be honest about it. Give me a moment. I have to take a little slug of water here. Okay, so a lot of people do a good job at collecting emails, but here's what they fail at. They don't have any automation set up in the back end to start warming up these people, communicating with them, developing a relationship with them. You know, they're humans. And if you just collect their emails and then you never talk to them again until you're ready to sell them a product, then that's a huge mistake. So there are ways that you can just automate having a welcome sequence to nurture them and greet them and, you know, welcome them into your house. Hey, we're so glad you're here and see that you love XYZ. We do too. And you just engage with them. And then in there, you can do soft sales. And that's one of the ways I'll do a soft offer in maybe the second email of an a welcome sequence that will end up if I'm lucky, and the recent promotion I did, I was paying for my ad spend and sometimes profiting on it. And then a nurture sequence. And then you can put offers in front of them and affiliate offers and engagement content. So once you have the email list, you can't just let it sit. You actually have to engage with them. And there are ways that you can do that through automation and outsourcing, of course. So here it is again. I want you to look at it again, take a screenshot, traffic, and then see that little pink thing, the conversion is gone. But I wanted to give you the overall picture again. You send traffic to lead magnets go to the email list when they opt in, and then they become customers. And every single arrow is a conversion point where we want to look at the statistics and see how well did we convert that traffic to an opt-in? How well did we convert the email list to sales? So it is a numbers game, and I geek out on numbers, and I'm going to show you some geeky number stuff in this case study I want to show you. Conversion is the key. Conversion. It's not if I build it, they will come. You can't build a website and well, I built a website and then crickets because you haven't driven your target market to them, right? So conversion is the key. You got to stay on top of it and have fun with it. See how you can tweak that conversion by a point or two through changing your marketing copy and changing your headline and changing who you're targeting to put on into your lead magnets. Again, here it is. I know I keep putting this in front of you because it's really important. I want you to see this image in your sleep. I live, eat, and breathe this. Got my whiteboard up with my different offers and lead magnets and traffic sources all laid out for different projects. Okay, here's a case study. On June 24th, I decided to do, now if any, many of you already know me here, I'm very big on creating product bundles. And a sideways product bundle is a subscription box. All the bundling knowledge that I have and that some of you in here I've taught, so you can do this too. I decided, well, yeah, that's what a subscription box is. Have any of you put in the chat for me? Have you ever gotten a subscription box? You know, it could have been you know, maybe beauty products or crafting products, or right, where it's something that you pay for every month and a new box shows up every single month. Sometimes it's every quarter. We're if you know me, you know I rescue cats, so we get the crazy cat lady box. We just got cat toys and a t-shirt and, you know, all sorts of fun stuff in it, but it's a surprise when you get it. You don't know what you're getting. And that's a subscription box, and the subscription box industry is huge. And when you know how to bundle, then it's a logical choice to create a subscription box in niche markets. So I decided to go after ladies, sassy ladies who like farm animals and they live on a farm. They don't have to live on a farm. And here's how I came up with it. I found for stress relief, I like to I like to watch um, videos of baby goats in pajamas hopping around going meh, like, and I don't have a farm. I have no chickens, I have no goats, nothing, but it makes me happy. And those furry cows, those fuzzy cows, what are they called? If you know what those fuzzy cows are called, put it in the chat for me. And then chickens, and I thought, well, all of those things live on a farm. So let me see how big the market is of ladies who live on the farm, who live the farm life or love the farm life. And I validated it, validated the market, and then registered a Facebook page and a domain for it and created some assets in Canva. And I did this all in about one day, just one day. And then on June 30th, I ran my first Facebook ad. And here are my results as of today. And this is 7 weeks. So 7 weeks, 7 weeks. 708 Facebook page followers, 1,942 new email subscribers, which is insane. That's really good. 34% opt-in conversion. Remember, we talked about conversion. I really hyper targeted the right market. So when they landed on my opt-in page, they converted really well. I spent about $300 and change in ad spend, but because in my welcome sequence, I had an offer to buy a chicken tote bundle and a mystery t-shirt. There was two different offers in there. I have made money already, and I have not launched my box yet. I will be doing that this week is the goal. So these are the numbers of my case study just from this month. Now, I've done this in a lot of different markets. This is not the only market I've done it with. Let me show you what I used. Now, I did not offer them anything for free, which is also kind of odd. I would never, normally wouldn't teach people to just say, hey, join my wait list. I did it as an experiment and it worked. I didn't offer them a download, nothing, which means the value of the people who opted in, I mean, they are really motivated. They want a subscription box for Sassy Farm Girls. They were that motivated to opt in and if you want to go to the farmgirlbox.com and look at the opt-in page, feel free to do so. But just make sure you come back here and you listen to me so you can see the whole process here. You can screenshot this and look at it later if you want. So they were super motivated. So I will convert, remember the conversion word, I will convert the people who opted in much higher to purchase a subscription box than if I had just said, you download this adult coloring book of farm animals. Very different quality of emails. So it's not just about driving traffic to an opt-in. You want to drive targeted traffic that is have higher value than just freebie seekers. And I show you how to do that. So here are the two ads that I ran side by side. See this June 25th? That was the day after I started I started the Facebook page. And I just put up a real quick, I just tossed out, are you a sassy farm girl? Well, you're in the right place. There's a new subscription box coming to town that's curated just for you. Every box arrives filled with fun, cute, and useful full-size products that reflect your love of living the farm life. Sign up for our newsletter. I did enter into a drawing for a free box. I had taken that out of there with that first ad. I just asked them to sign up for the newsletter. And then the sassy farm girls on the left. Do you love all the things that farm life offers? Think baby animals, cowboy boots, and coffee at sunrise. Then you're going to love the new Farm Girl subscription box, curated with cute things farm girls want to look and live your best life. So what I did was I wrote it in a fun and sassy tone that I believe my target market would get a kick out of. So it wasn't serious. It wasn't sign up now. It was just fun and sassy, put a smile on their face, because the items in the box are going to reflect that kind of sassiness and just, fun, smile when you wake up in the morning type of thing. So I was really clear to identify my target market. Like, I know who this lady is. And it all starts with that. The whole digital growth system starts with understanding the passionate niche market that you want to buy from you. And then everything falls into place once you clearly define that market. So this is what I launched about 6 weeks ago. Here are some other brands that I helped. These are some of my my coaching students. One of my coaching students is going after the horror market. Friday Bites is the name of his newsletter, and that's a logo we came up with together using just Canva. And I'll show you how to do that in our coaching if you decide to join. Tripod Treasure, and a coaching student who's going after the market of people who own three-legged dogs. It is a thing, believe it or not, it's a three-legged thing. The Fire and Spice. This was super cute. It was ladies doing bundles in hot and spicy and sweet foods put together. And then the Pretty Pickleball Company, my coaching student, past 2 years now, a year and a half now, Karen is just rocking and rolling. The Pretty Pickleball Company, if you get a chance to go over there and see what she's doing, she's just launched another line of products. She's in retail stores now. And a year and a half ago, she was working for a pharmaceutical company and hated her life and was just desperate to quit. And we started with no idea what she wanted to go into. And we evaluated markets and identified pickleball, and off she went. And she is manufacturing her own bundles in China. And like I said, she just launched another line that's apparently coming out this week. So really cool stuff. It doesn't matter what the niche market is, as long as you validated the market, that there's enough of a passion there, and it can be anything you want. And when we do coaching together, we'll start with a clean slate and we'll identify a niche market that you're passionate about. Like I said, you don't have to play pickleball to sell to pickleball players. You don't have to have a three-legged dog to sell to three-legged dog owners, and you don't have to have chickens to sell to people girls who consider themselves sassy farm girls, right? Doesn't have to be something that you're passionate about. We just have to make sure that it's passionate market. And I have a checklist that I go through to validate markets before I go into them. Here's a new market that I created. This is my Facebook page, one of them, called Skull Glam. Now, I created this thing, I want to say 2 years ago, and then I forgot about it. Yep, I forgot about it. And the target market, how many of you get so many projects going that you like, okay, and you forget that you started something and then you cycle back, right? Welcome to ADHD, right? So I started this a couple of years ago, put some content up there. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it, and it grew organically. And the target market is women who like glamour. They like glitzy stuff and rhinestones and cutesy stuff, but they like skulls too. So they're a little bit edgy, but they like to look glamorous. That is my ideal market. And it grew organically. Thank you, Facebook, for feeding this in front of my target market so that there are 12,000 followers. This is the next project I am building out right after I launch the Farm Girl box, where I will start collecting the emails. I haven't done any email collection of this. I only grew the Facebook page organically, but I'll start converting a percentage of these to email opt-ins to do a Skull Glam subscription box. Yep, I'm doing bundles, but it's going to be in subscription box. So what I'm growing is, the bigger picture is I'm growing MRR, monthly recurring revenue. So I'm using my knowledge of bundling to create subscription boxes so that every month there's X amount of dollars coming in every single month automatically because they're on subscription. That's the business model that I'm building out. And you can too. So those are the projects I'm working on right now. I want you to think about, what would your business look like? And your business doesn't have to look anything like mine, but what would your business look like if you identified a passionate niche market? Not just, source whatever's in front of you, but really dial in to a passionate niche market that wanted your products. And what if you built a brand around that market? And then you had a recognizable brand name and a logo and a website address and graphic addresses and social media accounts. And then what if your email list was growing daily automatically, I like to say? What if you had an automated email system set up that would generate sales every time you hit send, or even generate sales just using the welcome sequence like mine did with the Farm Girl box? And what if you were building business assets that made your business sellable? So my long-term goal is to create regular monthly recurring revenue in multiple niches and then sell through subscription box and then sell those assets. And right now, if you're just an Amazon seller and you're sourcing stuff and sending it to Amazon, you don't have a business that's really worth anything because you don't have any assets. Your inventory is not your asset. Your inventory is stuff that can be liquidated. So when you create digital assets and social media assets and a brand and focus on a passionate niche, then you're building something that you can sell to some other business and cash out. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to work the rest of my life. I'll always have a project going, but wouldn't it be nice to just walk away with a nice chunk of money by building out these sellable assets? And digital lets me do that. So I'd like to invite you. There were 8 spots available. Now there's 7 spots available. Okay, so one of the spots is taken. Join the Marketing Mastery for e-commerce business owners. Now, if any of you have seen any of my coaching, you know that I charge upwards of $4,000 to $6,000 for a coaching program, a longer length coaching program. So I wanted to create something that was a shorter coaching program, but taught you everything that I just showed you and put you in an environment where we would build this out together. And that's why it's limited to just 8 people in the group. It's going to be a really intimate group where we get to know each other and support each other's businesses for 6 weeks. It's in a done with you coaching format. So you get me once a week for 6 weeks. And when you get stuck and you can't think of a business name or think of a niche you want to go after, or you can't figure out how to create a Facebook page, we do it together, live together. You're going to define a niche, name your brand, discover a domain name, set up your social accounts, design your logo graphic. We'll show you Canva and how to use it, create ad graphics, text creation, lead magnet creation, lead page creation. We will do all this in 6 weeks. We'll set up your email systems, welcome email creation, back-end offer, identify multiple monetization efforts, and then we're going to create an automated lead generation system. You're going to walk away with an automated lead generation system in a passionate niche market. We're going to do that together. And that's why this is small group coaching. Here's what's going to happen at the end of the 6 weeks. It's a done with you boot camp, limited to 7 people now because there's one slot is gone. It runs 6 weeks, starts August 20th. We run through September 24th. And every week I'm going to drop an assignment in a Facebook group that'll be just for us. We're going to have one time a week clarity and implementation session on Tuesday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific. Tuesday evenings at 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going to do lead magnet. I'm going to give you my lead magnet creation guide, launch checklist, replays of all the sessions, and we're going to rely a bit on AI tools. So if you have any objection to using AI, I welcome you in the program, but know that we're going to help. We're going to allow AI tools like ChatGPT to help us really accelerate our growth in this digital growth system building. And then I'm going to give you my multi-channel profits course. I normally sell for $397. And this is, I'm assuming you're in the physical products business if you're in this webinar. And I created this program to show you all the different places you can sell things. There are so many multiple sales channels outside of Amazon, eBay, Etsy. There's, TikTok Shop, and Pinterest has now an e-commerce piece. And Depop and live selling. There's so many platforms, like niche platforms that you can sell on. And I'm going to give you that in the multi-channel profits program as a bonus. Now you might be wondering, Barbara, how much is this going to cost me? I can't afford thousands and thousands of dollars for coaching right now. We're headed into Q4. I want you to use that money to buy product so that you can flip it over and over again. So here's what I came up with. First of all, you're going to get me as your personal e-commerce coach, not anybody else. I haven't hired like a team of coaches to help you, and I just disappear after you buy in. That's a lot of times that's what happens. You've got me as a seasoned marketing strategist with 22 years experience. Yes, I am that old. Building digital assets since 2002. And 9 years, I did the math today. 2015 was my first fourth quarter on Amazon. So 9 years as an e-commerce seller and counting. I am still an e-commerce seller. I have 2 warehouses, offices, a showroom, and brick and mortar store. I am in the business. I am not just somebody who's, did it for a year and then said, oh, let me teach this. I am still got my boots on the ground in the business. So I'm inviting you to join today for just $4.99. Now that is not first payment $4.99 and then 3 more payments. None of that. $499, period. Mic drop. For 6 weeks together. Ignore that only 8 spots. There's only 7 spots available. Karen's in there. So we're going to be, or Julie joined. We're going to be together for 6 weeks for $499. Not a typo. There's no hidden text that says, and another $499 in 6 weeks, $499. And this should jumpstart you to create your own digital systems. Within 6 weeks, we'll have your digital systems all set up so that you can maximize your fourth quarter sales. That's my goal. So go ahead and screenshot this. You can go to tinyurl.com/DGSJuly, tinyurl.com/DGSJuly, stands for Digital Growth Systems, DGS July. And also put this in the chat so you can look at it, or so you can visit it later. These slots, I have not sent out this offer to my email list yet, since there are only 7 spots available. I know once I hit send out this replay, people are gonna, it's gonna fill up. It will. $499 for private coaching, small group coaching is unheard of. So please take advantage of me. Once this is over, I won't be available for coaching until next year because I'm headed into fourth quarter too, and I too have an e-commerce business. So I'm making myself available for, let me come back here so you can see, August 20th through September 24th. 6 weeks. It's going to be a private Facebook group, weekly lessons and assignments dropped, and then a once a week implementation session where we get it done together. We get it done. It's almost forcing you to create the system in your business. All right, let's go over and see if we've got any questions. And again, I'm going to copy and paste this in there real quick. And stop the screen share. And let's see what kind of questions you have about building out a digital. How many of you have digital assets? No, let me try this. Let me back up even further. How many of you have identified a passionate niche market that you want to sell to? Let's do that. And tell me what it is in the chat. How many of you know what passionate niche market you want to sell products to? You don't have to share it if you don't want to. Just put yes in the chat if you do, or no. It's okay. There's no wrong answer. Do you have a passionate niche market that you're already selling to? I know there's a little bit of delay in the responses. No, good. Yes, yes, I know you do, Charmel, as a coaching student. Congratulations. I know what you're doing. Yes, I have now. Thanks to you, Barbara. Oh, Claudia's in here. Hello, my love. How are you? I love your niche market too. She's got a fun niche market. She's got a really cute niche market. Okay. So remember the first, if you leave here and you do nothing else, it's okay. But if you leave here, I challenge you, I invite you to really dig into what niche market you want to sell to. The age of let me go to Walmart and scan the clearance section is over. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to put that out there. It's over. It's done. So, oh, thank you. She says, Claudia says you are the best coach. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. Yeah, I am. I send her chocolate to say that. Peppermint patties. That's an inside joke. So I want you to start thinking about identifying a passionate niche market that you can triple down, that anything you source is to sell to that market. Individual products, it could be bundles you're creating, it could be digital products, but pick one market. So you're not bouncing all, I mean, how many of you have a death pile of stuff that you've sourced and you pulled back, you got half a garage full of this junk, right? You don't know what to do with, right? But if you just had one niche market that you could sell to, then you could bring all kinds of cross-selling opportunities, build out an email list of people who love chickens, for example, and then you could sell them. If something doesn't sell to that market, you can try selling them something else, and then you can create a bundle and put that in front of them. And building out a niche market is key. If you don't do anything else when you leave here, I invite you to really think about if you could target one niche market going into fourth quarter. Don't wait till January. Don't, oh, I'll do it next year. No, do it right now. Perfect time right now. You still have time. And then just hyper focus on that market. Okay, I'm looking for questions. I am here. You have me as your coach for the next little bit. Ask me anything. Ask me anything about building. How many of you have an email list in a niche market, or you're building an email list? How many of you have an email list or you're building an email list in a niche market? Drop it in the chat. Got 14 people in here. I know you hear me. I'm going to turn on your screens if you don't talk to me. Let's take a little look at my coffee and wait for you guys to wake up. All right, there we go. Can we build a target audience without showing our face? Absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't shown my face in the skull Do I look like a skullgirl? I have butterflies on. Really, I have little like pink heart earrings. I'm not a big skull person, but I sell to that market. But I don't. I'm not the model for that market. In fact, one of my coaching students, she is all about rainbow and pink, and you know who I'm talking about, right? Um, Claudia knows who I'm talking about, and we met last night, and she's targeting the goth market, and she is not goth, but she's all in. We've created a brand, we've created a logo, a website, identified a website, building out social media assets, and she's rocking and rolling a market that she will never be the face of, nor does she want to be the face of, and doesn't have to be the face of. So no, you don't have to be your ideal target market, and you don't have to be the face of your brand. There's all sorts of ways to use outsourcing and social media to create what's called faceless videos that you're not on it. Easy peasy. Okay, let me see. Oh, good. We got some questions going in. Here we go. Can we build a target audience without showing a face? I'm building one, but not in a niche market. Okay, we can talk a little. I'm not sure because if you're just collecting random email addresses, it's going to be really hard to convert them. Remember that word conversion to a lot of things. But I think you are because you have that box that you're doing. You have that cool that craft box I saw. So that's a niche market. What happens after the coaching sessions? Uh, I see what you're saying. Like, is there a further coaching? So what I'm thinking of doing, I haven't announced it yet. I don't know what it's going to be called, but I keep getting asked this. I got asked last night from the coaching students that I was talking to last night. I'm going to do a monthly, maybe once a month we all get together and answer questions, Q&A, and have a private group. It's probably going to be called something like marketing mastermind, something boring. I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet, but it'll be paid, but you'll get me once a month live like this, and then throughout the month there'll be a VIP Facebook group or a school group. How many of you have used School? SKOOL? I was looking at that platform too, to make it really like hyper targeted. What problems do you need to solve in your marketing today? It's going to be all about marketing. So I can't answer that question exactly right now, but there will be something. Give me 6 weeks. I'll have the offer. Give me a month. I'll know what the offer is. I always, before I launch something, I always want to make really sure that I've got the time and resources to do it. But there will be something after that to support you further. But first, jump into this coaching. This 6 weeks coaching is going to be targeted and fun, and you're going to implement. I hold your feet to the fire. I don't let you show up and not do your assignments. I make you do it because I know at the end of the 6 weeks, I'm a poster child of it. This stuff works. It really does. Claudia, for all you attended this session. Oh, thank you. Claudia's writing something about me. I feel weird reading it. She's talking to you guys. I feel like I'm like she says, for all you attended the session, I did a group session with Barbara this month. It's like having a personal coach each week to get the thing done. I will hold your feet to the fire. Niche market, would that be seasonal or non-seasonal? So I would do non-seasonal. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Merci. So I would do a non-seasonal niche market because within that, I can sell them seasonal stuff. So for instance, the Farm Girl box, I'm already planning out the December box, and it's going to be around Christmas baking. So it'll be Christmas themed stuff in there around baking, but for ladies who like the farm style, right? Maybe live on a farm or like the farmhouse style. So my niche market isn't Christmas. My niche market is farm girls, but then I can change the products I bring to them based on the different seasons. Does that make sense? I think you're limiting yourself if you only sell like Christmas stuff or Halloween stuff. You can totally do that if you want and just sell seasonal. It's just you're bouncing from season to season to season. And my goal for my business is to create monthly recurring revenue streams. I want multiple subscription boxes that are, every month I get $5, $6, $10,000 coming in from each of those boxes. That's my goal. So it depends what your goal is. Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome. Absolutely. You know what I'm thinking of doing? Lehua. And if anybody wants to steal this, you can, because there's plenty of abundance for everybody. We can all do the same thing and have different spins on it. I'm thinking about doing a Christmas lovers box. I'm one of those crazy people. My Christmas lights are still on the house. Not kidding. There's no HOA, so nobody's complaining, but my Christmas lights are still up. I mean, they meld into the house. You can't, they're not on. But I'm the one the day after Halloween putting out a herd of unicorns in the front yard. A Christmas lovers box, right? Okay. So thank you guys for validating that. Am I the only crazy person who I have a white Christmas tree that I keep up year round, but I change the ornaments. And I have a hot pink Christmas tree too. But I'll put like unicorn ornaments and Valentine's and Easter. I've got bunny ornaments. So I was thinking about doing a Christmas lovers box. I just don't have the bandwidth to get it done this year. The Skull Lovers box, Skull Glam, I'll launch in January. Again, I'm tripling down to grow out the Farm Girl box. And then I'll grow out the Skull Glam brand. And then in the spring, I'll start with the Christmas Lovers brand. And it doesn't have to be a subscription box. I can just, focus that market and only sell Christmas stuff. Doesn't have to be a box or a bundle. You have a question. You live in Hawaii. All we know is Hawaii stuff. Ooh, people love it, but we see it all the time. I know, it's right. Man, when I go to Maui, the first thing I do is go to that Costco by the airport and get chocolate covered macadamia nuts because I can't get them here. Yep. And how about all the cute little the beautiful jewelry and just lovely. I love Hawaiian stuff. And then when I come home, I'm like, oh, I miss it. And there's decor things, and so you could do a whole Hawaii lovers niche. Just go after the niche of people who like Hawaii things. And it could be, I have a friend of mine who's passed away a bit ago, who is you might know him if I don't know where you live. Anthony was a nose flautist. Nose flautist. Yeah, maybe you don't know, but he's very famous. And he was a friend of mine. He lived on Maui and he passed, unfortunately. But he was famous for nose flautist. Like he'd make these flutes, but it's a form of art where he plays the flute with his nose, and it's haunting, haunting. So those music, Anthony. Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome. Claudia says the bundle with Hawaiian food. Yeah. Oh, so if you just created a niche of all things Hawaii. In fact, I'll just run you through the coaching we're going to do for 6 weeks when you sign up. You're going to go find a domain like allthingshawaii.com. And then you can have a Shopify store up where you have Hawaiian clothing and food and decor and tchotchkes and food, right? Oh, awesome. I'm really looking forward. We're going to do some free coaching then because you signed up. So we're going to coach you live here. So you all get a feel for the coaching program when you join it. There are only 6 spots left. This is what's going to happen in there. So what I'm thinking is where you just target all things Hawaii, all things Hawaiian, and you triple down on that. And it could be clothing, jewelry, like I said, home decor, food, and you have a website where all you do is that stuff, and you create a Facebook page called All Things Hawaiian. I mean, we have to dig in and go live and make sure those assets are available, but we'll work on that. I'm excited now. My brain's already going to work on it for you. And we start next Tuesday, and I'm already thinking about it. And then you create a Facebook page, and we run some ads and start building that page and building an email list for people who like Hawaiian things. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So congratulations. Woohoo! So we only have 6 spots left. 6 spots left. You get me for 6 weeks for $499. $499. We do DIY Hawaiian jewelry, wear a traditional Hawaiian Oh, Ohana, that is really cool. That is special. So you could just focus on Hawaiian jewelry. Boy, I really want to go share my screen and see if I can find you a domain name for like my brain will think about it. But if you just focused on DIY Hawaiian jewelry, and then we get you selling on Etsy, and we'll create a cute logo for you, find a domain name, get all the matching social media assets for it, and then just start building an email list. I really like that niche. Thank you for sharing that. I'm looking forward to working with you. Of course, I'm really looking forward to working with you. That's pretty cool. Thank you for joining. I like working with people who are passionate about the same things that I am. Like, let's build a business together. Let's build a business. It makes it a whole lot more fun, and I don't feel like I'm dragging people along. So, if you are that person and you're excited about building a business and building digital assets and creating some security, that you're not building a business on somebody else's platform, but you're building out something that's got value in different ways, so that you have more control. Come join. I'm really looking forward to working with just that small group of people. So if there are there any other questions here? Any other questions? I want to value your guys' time. About 12 people in here, so you all hung in there. Good job. The link is somewhere here. I pasted it in there. Let me paste it one more time. And I encourage you, it's gonna take me a couple of hours to upload this video, and then I'm sending out an email tomorrow morning to my entire list of over 5,000 e-commerce sellers, and I have 6 spots left. They will be gone, so you have until tomorrow morning before I send out that email to snag your spot. And then I'm also going to give you that bonus too that shows you how to sell on different platforms. But this can be fun. So thank you all for being here tonight. Do you have any other questions? I don't want to leave too early, or like I don't need to jet off anywhere. If you've got any questions, ask them now. You've got me. I am a captive audience. I know there's a lag, so I'm just gonna, there we go. You're welcome, Claudia. Of course. Any other questions, my loves? Okay. Right, no worries. So you can reach out to me on Facebook. Barbara Drazga is my name. Of course, you probably already know that. And if you think of a question, because I'm putting you on the spot here and you didn't expect me to, but if you think of any questions, just reach out to me on Facebook. Would love to have you. Would love to have the next 6 of you in that private coaching program. And the reason I'm keeping it at 8 people is because if I were to turn all your cameras on to all 12 of you, right, it fills up my big screen here. We want a small enough group that we can see everybody's face. People can share what they're doing. They can share, they're in the bee market and they want to show you the little fuzzy bee, and they want to show you, their different products. I want an environment where it's really intimate and we all get to know each other's business for the next 6 weeks, so we can support and help each other. And we'll all be in the Facebook group as well, helping each other. So you'll put your assignments in the Facebook group, and then we'll all kind of pile on. Hey, have you thought about this? And why don't you do this? And hey, I like the color pink for you. And people will just that core group of people, there's like almost an instant camaraderie and a trust built too over those 6 weeks, that we know we have each other's back and we really want to support each other. So I invite the next 6 people to come join tinyurl.com/DGSJuly. And I look forward to seeing you in the next coaching. And have a great Q4 if I don't see you in there. You guys have a wonderful fourth quarter. And hopefully we'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.